Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm coming to you with another garage gun talk and a first impressions video. And I took two guns to the range today, but only got around to shooting one. And I want to show you what that is. The two guns I took was the Q Honey Badger in 5.56 and the Polish Barrel AK. And I didn't get around to shooting the AK, but I did start with the Q Honey Badger. And I shot it suppressed, and man, is it dirty. I think I even have some stuff here on the side of my face. Man, and then, well, I'll kind of give you a preview, and when I show you this, I think you're going to go, oh yeah, I think I know where this is going. Here is one of my rifle bags that I take to the range with some of the shorter firearms, and you'll notice there's something right here that has happened. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. All right, so you guys want to know what I think about the Q Honey Badger, but this one's in 5.56, and of course, let me safety check it. So here it is. It's in a cool, like olive drab color. It is a pistol, so we have the pistol stabilizing brace here in the back, and this is on loan to the channel from my friend D, and he has put a EOTech on this thing. And so I decided to review this as a defensive carbine kind of thing. I know everyone's going to say when I review it, when I just go out to 25 yards, oh, that's not far. Yes, this rifle, as I say rifle, pistol, is capable of going way out farther than that. But come on, this is a very, very short CQB style of weapon. And so most people that are going to buy this are going to buy it for home defense. They're not going to be shooting game and hunting with it at 400 yards, okay? They're just not going to be using it for that type of activity. So I think 25 yards, just see how fast I can shoot it, if it's fun, if it works, and just get my kind of basic average gun guy perspective. Now, okay, so I was able to shoot this suppressed. Now, I started off the review unsuppressed, and then I have two Q suppressors that I wanted to try out on this thing. And I knew they were not going to be optimal because of the caliber. So I have the Trash Panda, and this is in 7.62, or it's a 30 cal suppressor. Okay, it's a little bit shorter. And of course, this is a 5.56, so you're just not going to suppress as well. This, I do not think, makes this gun hearing safe. Now, I did not have any type of decibel meter, and it throws a lot of sparks. And it's not sparks because there's like baffle strikes or anything. It's just the unspent powder, because the barrel on this is so short, and it's a 30 cal suppressor. So I don't think it's going to contain a lot of that, but you see a lot of it. And I don't think it makes it hearing safe, but it does make the recoil a lot less and a lot easier to keep on target. And then I wanted to try it with this is the Thunder Chicken. Okay, so it's this pretty much the same thing but bigger. And yeah, getting back to what I showed you with my rifle bag, you'll notice there is some melted, I guess this is like a nylon on the can. So I think you guys figured out what happened when I shot from the barrier or the bench. This suppressor, based off of the laser thermometer I have, got up to 450 degrees. Now, I was not shooting this thing very fast. At that point in the review, I had shot maybe 75 rounds through this can. And it wasn't even like in rapid succession or anything. So this thing got really, really hot, and I knew it was hot, and I didn't think it was hot enough to actually burn this, because this is supposed to be a little bit heat resistant. And I wasn't trying to lay it on this for the bench rest portion, but I did have it on like this. And so I rested it, and I needed to kind of raise it up a little bit, because normally I use my range bag, and so I need a little bit of extra height. So I used this, I put it on here, and I thought I was clearing it, but apparently I was not. And so at the end of that footage, you see me pick this up, and the bag comes with it. Yeah, but I will have to see if I can get this off. I'm pretty sure I can. But yeah, it has some melted nylon on it. So yeah. But the finish on these cans is really resilient, so I don't think I'll have a problem getting it off. It just got really, really hot. Now, with the Thunder Chicken suppressor, I think this makes the gun hearing safe. But man, oh man, does this can make this gun super gassy. So this has an adjustable gas block on it, but I was simply kind of running it with the factory settings. With the Trash Panda suppressor, I was not having any issues with kind of gas back in the face. It wasn't overly gassy, but with this one, it seems to have a lot more back pressure. And that's where I get the little kind of carbon or whatever here on my face. And then when I did the kind of mag dump test and the quick magazine change test with this, like it was burning my eyes. It was that bad. But this also made the firearm way more accurate, way more fun to shoot, and way less recoil. So the cans did their job, even though they're 30 cal cans. But yeah, I messed this bag up. So that's just one of the things. The receiver gets a little bit warm, but not too bad. But man, does the suppressor get super hot. This gun is super accurate, and it's a lot of fun to shoot. Now, I will say the very first shots that I shoot through this, I actually thought the gun did not cycle, because the reset on this trigger is non-existent. But it's not non-existent in that you slowly release the trigger and don't have like a tactile or audible reset. It's crazy weird because it's like you don't even move your finger and the trigger's already reset. Now this is just like, I guess, like their standard trigger in it. It's just so finely tuned that when you release the trigger, I mean, it only has to move like that far to reset. So I fired it once and I kind of backed my finger off of it. I didn't feel the trigger come with it, and I didn't hear or feel anything. And I was like, I think that gun short stroked. But no, it didn't. So here, I mean, that's it. I mean, it's a short take-up. And then, I mean, that's crazy short. Let me show you this, hopefully. So, all right, so I'll pull the trigger. And here's the reset. Like that. Like, that's it. I'm trying to be as slow and careful as I possibly can. Like, that's it. I kind of wish it was a little bit louder and audible, but I love how short it is. And that allows you to shoot this extremely fast. So if you have a fast, single action trigger finger, this gun's going to move. And it's pretty awesome. Aesthetically, I really like it. The only thing I wish they would have added to this latest model is the dust cover. I really feel like all ARs need a dust cover. I know some people disagree. For me, it just feels incomplete. I need a dust cover here. And I'm really excited to take this apart because this uses their two-part bolt, and I'm not really sure, or two-part bolt carrier. I'm not really sure how that works. So that's going to be kind of interesting. But the gun works, low recoil, great gun. And I got a lot of good footage, and I ruined my range bag, or one of my range bags. And so I got to get this burnt nylon off the can. So yeah, that's what happened at the range. And I want to just tell you guys that if you have a Q Honey Badger, especially one in 5.56, it's a pretty darn sweet gun. I've shot the ones in 300 Blackout, but 5.56 I simply feel is still a superior caliber. I know for suppressors, okay, 300 Blackout's better. I understand its appeal. I like 300 Blackout. But I think for the average gun person, and I'm talking average gun person, somebody that is just going to buy this, 5.56 is better caliber because it's more available. You still have a lot of suppressor options. It's just an easier caliber to use, and I think for the average gun person, it's going to give them the ballistics that they need without having to worry about the the intricacies of 300 blackout, supersonic, subsonic, and all that kind of stuff. Now, I know many of you guys are gun geeks and dorks, and I mean that in a very affectionate way. I love you guys. But I think the average gun buyer would prefer this in 5.56, and that's why I'm really excited that Q came out with this in 5.56 and not just sell the upper as a separate entity. So, this, excuse me. So anyway, that's what happened at the range with this, and I was excited to try out the Polish barrel AK. I actually shot the opening footage with it, where you see me like kind of facing head on with it, and it's like the opening title. And from just like the 15 rounds I shot through it, that might end up being the best AK I've ever shot. It's sweet. It's nice. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So, but that was only for 15 shots for that opening kind of title card thing. But we'll have to see when I get a chance to take it back to the range and actually review it correctly. So anyway, that's what I got on the table tonight, and a little range story. And also, I think I told you guys in a previous Garage Gun Talk that there are some people that live around here that go to my range that work for Fowler Industries. And I think you guys remember me talking about, in my review of the Fowler Industries 2011 pistol on my main channel, I talked about how it just didn't shoot well for me. It was crazy inaccurate. And then Fowler Industries found that video and did the one thing you can't do on my main channel. Do not say, you need to go get more training. Nope. Then I came over here. I just blocked them, didn't respond to them. And then they found that video on this channel. And anyway, so those guys, I talked to them, and they go, okay, we had you mixed up, or that particular gun mixed up with somebody else, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But anyway, it was kind of funny because I'm sitting there, and I had done a negative video about one of their guns, and they're there product testing their guns. They were doing like a 3,000 round torture test just to make sure their guns run and so forth. It was kind of cool. I get to talk to them. They're real nice guys. But they're not the people that work at the headquarters that I guess I had the issue with. But man, the people you meet late at night at the range. So anyway, that's all I got for you. And I hope your week is going well. And sorry, I haven't made a lot of content on this channel. I've just been super busy. I pumped out a couple of range reports over the weekend, and I really haven't been up to doing a lot out here because you guys might know I have rheumatoid arthritis. It's pretty mild case. I don't really have issues. I don't have to take a lot of medication for it, and sometimes I don't take any at all for months at a time, and I'm totally fine. But the past couple of days, I've had some big flare-ups. I had one in this hand yesterday. I have one in this hand today. It's not so bad. Then I had one in my foot this morning. I could barely walk. The only way I can describe it, if you don't have rheumatoid arthritis, is imagine you wake up one day and you have a joint, and it can be any joint in your body, from your jaw to your fingers. Usually it's in your extremities, your feet and your hands. But it could be your elbow, it could be your shoulder, I guess it could be your neck or back. I've never had that. I've had it in my knees, and it feels like a sports injury. Like right now, this hand right here, it feels like I was playing basketball or football, and my fingers got hyperextended, but they didn't. It's just my body is going, nope, I'm going to attack that joint, and I'm suffering from that. So it's kind of gotten me a little bit down lately, but it's probably just because I'm getting back into the swing of working a lot with my day job, and I'm under a little bit of stress, and usually I have these attacks when I'm under a little bit of stress and anxiety. It's not bad or anything. It's just, I got a lot on my mind and a lot to do, a lot to organize, and this is the way it is. So anyway, that's my range experience for today. So if you watch to the end of this video, the word of the day is melt. Melt is the word of the day because I melted part of my range bag onto this suppressor. And I think I'm going to be able to get all this off and clean it up. It's, yeah, so I might have to heat that up and kind of wipe it off. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll figure that out. And if anybody has any ideas how I can remove this without, of course, damaging the finish, let me know. As I said, I think I might just heat it up a little bit and probably just be able to wipe it off, because I'm sure that nylon or whatever's on it is going to melt at a pretty low temperature. And obviously this suppressor can handle very high temperatures if it was at like 450 degrees. So I think I'll just kind of heat it up and probably just kind of wipe it off with a like a rag or something. But anyway, that's it for tonight. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for joining me in my hot garage. And as always, thanks for watching.